But now it's time for this.
It comes back out towards Bent! Darren Bent scores!
Darren Bent bobbles the ball into the net.
This is Darren Bent's Inside the Box.
Darren here, by the way, Darren Bent.
Busting all the bells out the box. I just hit a lick with the box. Had to put the stick in the box.
This is Bentley's Thinking Inside the Box special, where me and the former Premier League striker Troy Deeney will be taking a deeper look at some of the forwards in the Premier League. All right, well, let's start off by talking about Fulham striker Rodrigo Muniz, who has 8 Premier League goals in his last 9 games. And the former Republic of Ireland midfielder Andy Townsend joined the Breakfast Show earlier in the week and said this big sides will be keeping tabs on the Cottagers' Brazilian striker.
I really like what I see. He's a big lad as well. And I think when you come to the Premier League to ply your trade, I think if you are a bigger guy, it can help you now in this world we live in now, where we just play invariably with one up the middle. And he looks the party. So it wouldn't surprise me at all if he continues to chip away and nick a few goals between now and the end of the season, that if one or two of the bigger teams fancied having a nibble at him.
Troy, what have you made of it? 8 goals in his in 19 Premier League apps this season. I mean, he's been on absolute fire for Fulham. Had to wait his chance, had to be patient behind Jimenez and people like that. But what have you made of him?
I think he's going through a purple patch. I don't want to be that negative guy, but we've all been with strikers that he had chances at the start of the season, never really got a sniff because they weren't firing goals in. Jimenez wasn't banging in loads of goals.
No.
But he's done well since Broja's gone in from Chelsea. I'm going to make a statement. It's going to be a bit of a bad one.
Hey, get ready, Jack. Get ready to press record, yeah, on this, and we can use this.
I think they should sell him in the summer because he strikes me as somebody that will be. I don't know if he can repeat it again.
What do you think?
Just based on what I've been watching,
yeah,
he misses a lot of chances as well as he scores. He gets in there. Obviously, as you know, Betty, you got to be in there to score. And while he's at this moment in time, he's doing well. But I feel like he's not going to take Fulham to that next level, which they need to get to. They're in that awkward stage right there of like 12th to 7th. They want to break into Europe and really go at it. I think you have to move on.
Do you know, when you look at his stats from before, I mean, he spent time at Middlesbrough, 2 goals in 17 appearances. First time around, obviously, before he went to Middlesbrough on loan, 5 goals in 25 appearances. Flamingo, 3 goals in 9 appearances. So he's not the most prolific, but maybe...
Sometimes it just clicks, though.
Exactly.
And I will happily say I'm proven wrong, happily. No problem at all with that. But just based on the history and what I'm seeing, I just don't know if he's naturally a killer that will go on to go and score. Mate, you as a killer, you get chances, you score. You miss a chance, you know you're going to score again. Yeah. That's why the likes of yourself, JD, Jermaine Defoe, always got moves because you know you're going to get 20 goals a season. People like myself, not natural killers. We had to learn that way.
When you look at Muniz, one of his skill sets, and again, it might be. I don't know if it's a purple patch, but he seems to be in the right place at the right time. Now, often people have asked me that question: can you teach that instinct? Do you think it's something that can be taught, or do you think it's just in you?
I think it's just in you, but I think as well when you score, it's a snowball effect.
Yeah.
It just keeps happening, and you just find yourself going, well, I'll just gamble on that. And for example, if you go 3 or 4 games without scoring, you start going safe. And naturally, instead of being in the 6-yard box, you end up on a penalty spot.
Course,
And I think that's where I think this kid's good. I think he's going to do really well for this season. I just wonder what's his mentality like, because he'll probably get a new deal out of it. As you know, that changes people.
Yeah.
Now he's the main man. At the moment, he's still fighting for his shirt. If they give him a 5-year deal in the summer and he's the main man, it's a completely different thing now because everyone's now looking at you in the prep. They haven't got enough prep on him at the moment or enough respect.
I know what you mean. It's almost like a centre forward when he comes out the Championship and they're going to the Premier League. Or if you get you buy a foreign striker and he comes over for that first season, because they're unknown, people's like, oh, and then he catches you by surprise, scores loads of goals. It's always the second season.
Absolutely, and then they catch you. But that's when you always know if that person's good enough because they do it in season 2, 3 and 4. So I always worry about that. But listen, we can't knock him. At the moment, he's doing really, really well. So, Fulham will hope that continues.
Absolutely. All right, well, let's have a chat about this man.
Here comes the shot, and he got a hand on it, but it goes in. Dominic Calvert-Lewin finally has a goal for Everton.
Yeah, we are talking about Everton's Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who scored his first goal in 23 games when he equalised from the penalty spot against Newcastle on Tuesday night. Troy, how badly do you think he needed that, Dominic Calvert-Lewin? Because he has had a tough time, not just in front of goal, the injuries, the
I feel like It sounds really harsh here. I feel like
You're digging out another one?
No, I'm not digging him out. I feel like every time he scores, we say this.
Yeah.
Because he's always injured and he's always having a tough time. Do you get what I mean? I just feel really sorry
every
for
goal
him.
seems to be a bigger goal than it naturally is.
And then you go in, is he now going to kick on? And, touch wood, it doesn't happen. But he gets injured again, or he lost a form. And Everton are never going to be a free-flowing, footballing, scoring 3 or 4 goals per week team. Yeah. So he's not. You can't really judge him on goals. It's more about his performance. I just wonder, can his body, will it last? We saw it with players like Jack Wilshere, for example. Yeah. Will his body last? To an extent, when you got old, mate, does your body last? But you're in that situation, aren't you, where if he's fit, there's no denying he's an unbelievable player, and he'll probably be in the conversation for an England call-up.
Yeah.
But when he's not, and he's not a lot of the time, you kind of go, what's he going to be next? And sadly, you're looking around going, he'll probably get injured in the next 10 games, and that's unfortunate. And you can't really, if you're Everton and Dicey, you can't be going, right, I've got to back my striker. That's why they went and got Beto as well, because they can't rely on him. It's unfortunate.
I mean, going for a goal drought, and as you said, 23 games, no goals. When you went for a goal drought, because as strikers, we all go for it.
Yeah.
What was your mentality towards it? How did you think to yourself, right, how are you going to get yourself out of it?
I was fortunate enough to probably be in the Calvert-Lewin model, where my game wasn't necessarily all about my goals. It was about
link-up play,
affecting the team, defensive set pieces, attacking set pieces, all of these different things. And the goals were kind of a bonus in a way. And obviously we had different players with better attributes that could go and score and attack him behind as well. But I think when you look at it, I always go strip it back to the basics.
Yeah.
So sometimes you might need to do a shooting drill with no goalie. Yeah. I know some people go, oh, that's weird. But just start finding your angles again.
Repetition, hitting the net.
Get used to seeing the ball hit the net. And then when you are going for a goal drought, you find you snatch at everything. You know this better than me, mate. You just whacking everything. You're thinking, this one has to go in.
Yeah, of course.
But then when you're in it, you're just like, I'll score. Yeah. And it's a really weird mentality shift. And for most people, they won't understand that. But if you've been playing the game long enough, you'll understand that it's about just being as relaxed and as calm as you can be, because you're going to miss. You're going to miss more than you score. That's the life of a striker.
Absolutely. All right, well, just quickly, you watched him last night. Let's speak about Aston Villa striker Johan Duran. I think I say spell his name. John Duran, is it? John Duran? John Duran, I apologise. Johan Duran. But he got his third goal of the season last night in their 4-1 defeat to City. What do you make of him?
Tough gig for him. It's a tough gig for him, because Ollie's flying, isn't he? So he's always going to be compared to Ollie.
Of course.
I feel like he's only young as well. I don't feel like he's figured out what his game is yet. I think he knows his attributes. So when I was watching him yesterday, I was screaming at him, running behind. Yeah. You're 1v1 with Akanji, and it doesn't matter if you're fast or not. If you time your run right, you're always going to get him anyway. But he just every time kept coming forward. And I said it on Co-Coms yesterday, I felt that if Watkins was playing, Villa would have caused Man City loads of problems, especially in the first half.
In behind.
He's already going. As you know, as a player, if I know my striker's going, I used to have it with Igalo all the time. Yeah. I don't even have to look. Just put it there, because I know he's already on the way. And it's that synergy that you have between, you probably have it with midfielders that get you in that position early, and you're already on the front foot, and the defenders kind of go, oh, what's going on here?
Yeah, of course.
And you're already away then. And I just feel with him, his finish was lovely. I don't know if you saw a little 1-2.
Yeah, lovely.
And he's felt
tight, quite a narrow angle.
Yeah, felt it in really good. But then after that, he went missing.
Yeah.
And he's young now. So
it's kind of think I've done my job.
Exactly, yeah. But at City away, you can't do that, mate.
No.
And I thought his link-up play was okay at times. It was more the harder ones, he did better than the easy ones. Yeah. So if he had 2 men against him, he looked after it. But when it was him versus Akanji or Rodri at times, he was just bouncing off him everywhere. Yeah. So he's a young man, but I think he's got a bright future. And if he can displace Ollie, then he's doing really well.
Absolutely. All right. Well, that was Troy's thinking inside the box.
talkSPORT Drive. Super opinionated sporting debate. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.